Now, I've been wondering about this, but all the Christians in church, when I was growing up, told us not to listen to music on the radio. Well, why? Because you can't even sing it back to them, right? That's why. See, the Christians know that's a catch-22 deal, right? Plus, there's something called fair use I learned about in school, and it had to do with poetry. Well, you might say, what does poetry have to do with anything? Well, your lyrics are poetry. Put to music, which both can be taught apart from each other. Now, like with Horse with No Name, some of the lyricals get nonsensical. Some of it sounds kind of rational, right? But what does Oz never give nothing to the Tin Man that he didn't already have, but a commentary on the movie The Wizard of Oz, right? And well, that's a copyrighted thing, right? But can you use it in a sentence? Yeah, anyone can. Yeah, anyone can. Now, it's obvious, right, that what America is saying is the truth. Is the truth about the movie The Wizard of Oz, right? Now, Oz did not give nothing to the Tin Man that he didn't already have, and cause never was the reason for the evening or the Tropic of Sir Galahad. Well, what's the Tropic of Sir Galahad? Ever heard of that? That's something fictional, right? That's something completely made up, right? I've never heard of the Tropic of Sir Galahad. I heard of there's certain lines, right? And I know there's a tropical climate, right? Is there a tropical region called Sir Galahad or something? I know there's a night called Sir Galahad, right? But what does this mean? What does this mean? Okay, that's another thing. That's another thing. That's the nonsensical lyric of the song, right? Not the whole song. Now, I've been through the desert on the horse without being able to be out of the range of the desert. You can't remember the name because ain't no one going to give you the pain. That's a good line, too, because it's true. That's true. But then you get little sensical, right, or silly about it, right? When you talk about the Tropic of Sir Galahad, right? So what does that mean, right? Or, you know, that's the point, right? See, we can critique the lyrics to a point, right? We can quote the lyrics to a point, but we just can't sing them back to you, huh? Right? Well, how do you educate people in music? I thought it was you sing the song back to the people who singing it to you, right? In schooling, that's how we learn to sing. I know. We learned to sing "Row, row, row your boat." How? I know. How we were taught to sing it. I'm a little teapot. How? How we were taught to sing it. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is the handle, here is the spout. When I get all steamed up, I will shout, just tip me over and pour me out. Okay. I did that more in a little innocent voice than anything serious, right? But seriously, right? I seen it in a commercial with one of the wrestlers on the WWE. Was it Roman Reigns or something and his daughter? Right. Okay. But there again, right? His real character on wrestling seems to be a dick. Wants to beat everybody up and keep a belt. That's fictional and only worth something in the wrestling world, right? To them, right? Now, it's all to make money off his image, which is associated with wrestling, just like with Mr. Kaufner, right? Indy. See, when you're doing something as a comedian, right, you're trying to make a point. It's like when he did the Mighty Mouse thing on SNL. He just played the record. Here I come to save the day. Mighty Mouse is on the way. But I'm singing it, right? Why? I think I can match the person singing the song. And I'm singing it back to whoever recorded the song, right? Because that's how I learned to sing in school. Even if it was a recording I'm listening to, right? Okay, or they wanted me to sing a certain song. Like they had this weird song about a star. Oh, star, the fairest one in sight, we give to thee thy might. Something like that. I forgot that one. That was a long time ago. That was probably in the 6th or 7th, well, 8th, 9th, or 10th grade, right? But, right, we also sung You Greenwoods, I'm Proud to Be American, and that's a copyrighted song, and I heard that one on the radio, right? Well, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I proudly stand up next to you and defend her still today. For there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Now, right. Another thing I was taught is you can sing a song back to someone, or like in church, right? We have what's called a responsive reading, right? Well, that is the pastor will read certain portions and the congregations will read certain portions, or like in a hymn, the males sing a certain part and the females sing a certain part. You ever heard of that? Well, that's a lesson for you if you haven't. It's to teach you something you may not have heard of in your little sphere of reality. Because see, your world and our world are two different worlds because we're the poor in the South too, right? We're not the rich. I barely scrape by once a month paying my bills. And that's on the disability that happened in the military because of work constraint problems, right? They acted like they wanted to have sex with me all the time, and I kept telling them no. And they wouldn't train me beyond A school. They would send me on a job with the work card, but I would have to guess which piece of equipment I was supposed to work on because I didn't even know what it looked like. You know, you can describe to me how to do a job on something, but if I don't know what the piece of electrical equipment I'm supposed to be working on even looks like, how can I do the job? You only give me half the information, right? And I don't know what else to do about it if that's all you give me too. Huh. Exactly. The point there. But why do you think I let myself slur the words that right? That I'm proud to be an American. Right? 2 reasons. And singing it back to you, I'm not a recorded with all the glitz and glamour of a studio. No. But I thought in my imagination, I guess, which is what you're trying to convince me it is, I could sound like some of the artists on the radio. If I can, I'm doing 2 things legally there. I'm parodying the artists, though I'm not trying to really mock them. That's part of it too, though. Now, when someone's mocking you, that's also part of a parody. You understand what it means, though? Why is that part of a parody when I'm mocking someone, right? I'm saying that your voice is either so good or so bad, right? Even I can do it. Right. Now, or I'm trying to flatter you, right? Because I like how you sound, right? And I'm saying I wish I could sing like you. You can take it 2 ways, right? By the way. Now, right. This makes this, though, another lesson in copyright law fair use that I learned growing up in Georgia. Bye.